Ogbanje in Igbo land, a folktale of mystery and spirituality. The origin of Ogbanje, a folktale. In the heart of the ancient Igbo land, where the forests whispered secrets of the ancestors and the rivers sang songs of the spirits, there was a village plagued by a mysterious phenomenon. Some children, born with great joy and anticipation, would bring sorrow to their families by dying young, only to be reborn to the same mothers, repeating the cycle of life and death. These children were known as Ogbanje. The elders of the village told stories of how the Ogbanje were not ordinary children but spirits from the other world, sent to the human realm to cause grief. The spirits, curious about human life, would take the form of children, living briefly among mortals before returning to their spiritual abode. However, their stay was never permanent, as they were bound to return to the spirit world, leaving their families in mourning. One such story tells of a woman named Adaku, who was renowned for her beauty and grace. Adaku had been blessed with several children, but none had survived beyond their childhood. Each time she gave birth, her joy was short-lived, as the child would soon fall ill and die, only for her to conceive again and give birth to the same spirit child. The villagers whispered that Adaku was cursed with an Ogbanje spirit. Desperate to break the cycle, Adaku sought the help of the village's most powerful dibia, traditional healer. The dibia, wise and deeply connected to the spiritual world, revealed that the Ogbanje spirit had a pact with the spirits of the other world, which allowed it to return to the same family after each death. The dibia explained that the only way to break the curse was to find the thiwa, a sacred object that the Ogbanje spirit had hidden in the earth. This object anchored the spirit to the world of the living and allowed it to return after each death. Adaku, with the dibia's guidance, embarked on a journey to find the thiwa. After days of searching, they found a small, smooth stone buried deep beneath a tree. The dibia performed sacred rituals, and with the destruction of the thiwa, the Ogbanje's bond to the spirit world was broken. Adaku's next child, born after the ritual, grew up healthy and strong, and the cycle of sorrow was finally broken. The meaning of Ogbanje in Igbo land. The term Ogbanje comes from the Igbo words Ogbara, meaning to come and go, and Nje, meaning wanderer. Together, Ogbanje refers to a spirit that repeatedly enters the human world, only to leave shortly after. The Ogbanje phenomenon is deeply embedded in Igbo cosmology and is seen as an explanation for the tragic and mysterious deaths of young children in a community. One symbol of the cycle of life and death, the Ogbanje reflects the Igbo belief in the cyclical nature of life and death. Life is seen as a journey, not just on earth, but between the physical and spiritual realms. The Ogbanje spirit embodies this journey, moving back and forth between the two worlds, symbolizing the impermanence of life. 2. Spiritual test for families. In Igbo culture, having an Ogbanje child is often viewed as a spiritual test. The repeated loss of a child challenges the family's faith and resilience, forcing them to seek deeper spiritual understanding and connection with the ancestors and deities. It also reflects the community's collective responsibility to address and overcome spiritual challenges. 3. The thiwa and its significance ***. The thiwa is a crucial element in the Ogbanje narrative. It is the physical object that ties the Ogbanje spirit to the human world. Finding and destroying the thiwa is symbolic of breaking the spirit's hold over the family, allowing the child to live a full and healthy life. The search for the thiwa represents the human effort to control and mitigate the influence of the spiritual world on the physical realm. Is Ogbanje good or evil? The question of whether an Ogbanje is good or evil is complex and depends on perspective. In Igbo cosmology, the Ogbanje is not strictly evil but is seen as a mischievous or restless spirit. Its actions, repeatedly dying and being reborn to the same family, cause great pain and suffering, but this is not done out of malice. Rather, it is part of the spirit's nature and purpose. 1. Ogbanje as a trickster. Some view the Ogbanje as a trickster spirit, one that challenges the norms and brings unexpected trials to a family. In this role, the Ogbanje forces the community to confront the mysteries of life and death, pushing them to seek out spiritual solutions and deeper meanings. 2. Ogbanje as a test of resilience. Others see the Ogbanje as a test of a family's strength and resilience. The repeated loss of a child can lead to despair, but it can also bring the family closer together, strengthen their faith, and deepen their connection to the spiritual world. The Ogbanje's presence, while painful, can ultimately lead to growth and transformation. 3. Ogbanje as a source of suffering. From a more human perspective, the Ogbanje is often seen as a source of immense suffering. The endless cycle of birth and death brings grief and pain to the family, and breaking this cycle is seen as a victory over a malevolent force. In this sense, the Ogbanje can be viewed as a negative influence that must be overcome. The Ogbanje in Igbo history. Historically, the concept of Ogbanje has been an integral part of Igbo spiritual life. It served as an explanation for the high infant mortality rates experienced by many communities, providing a way to make sense of tragedy and loss. The belief in Ogbanje led to the development of specific rituals and practices designed to protect children and ensure their survival. Over time, the Ogbanje narrative became deeply woven into the fabric of Igbo culture, influencing everything from storytelling to religious practices. The figure of the Ogbanje appears in many traditional folktales, songs, and proverbs, serving as a reminder of the thin line between the physical and spiritual worlds. In modern times, while the belief in Ogbanje has waned due to the influence of Christianity and Western medicine, it remains an important cultural symbol. The stories of Ogbanje are still told, preserving the rich spiritual heritage of the Igbo people and reminding them of their deep connection to the unseen world. Conclusion. The Ogbanje is a powerful figure in Igbo folklore, embodying the complexities of life, death, and the spiritual forces that influence human existence. It is neither entirely good nor evil, but represents a challenge that the community must face and overcome. Through the wisdom of the elders and the guidance of the Dibia, the Igbo people have found ways to navigate the challenges posed by the Ogbanje, turning a source of sorrow into a journey of spiritual growth and resilience.